And we're live. And this is going to be really interesting. Oh no, I didn't know you could do that. I left the app. You know, this could just end up being a video watching Gracie decimate this toy. Oh no, it's happening. It is absolutely happening. Here's a Oh, I'm in so much trouble. The toy. Oh no. Oh, Gracie. Oh, Gracie. We are in so much trouble, ladies and gentlemen. So much trouble. Because that toy that is like 4 times her size is connecting headphones. Cool. Do you see what's happening? Oh, you can't hear me yet. Let me know when you can hear me. Let me know when you can hear me. Hi, Tracy. Yeah, bad things are happening. It's going down. Oh man, it's going down. I'm actually really entertained by this, but also, Lissa, do you see what's happening right now? It shouldn't make you, well, I mean, so for those of you that don't know, Lissa got her this toy for Christmas, and, oh my God. So we knew it was going to happen. She literally destroys every single toy that she owns. Hello, Mick, how are you today? I'm on my phone, guys. I'm on my phone because we were tired of the way my computer was acting and not letting me stream. So bear with me if I keep looking that way instead of at the camera, because the camera's not centered, it's over there, and that's really obnoxious. And also, I don't know about the lighting or anything like that, but we're gonna go with it and hope for the best. I do have an alternate option on my computer, but I really didn't feel like messing around with it today because it's a lot more complicated than hitting go live on my cell phone. So you're on a tripod, plugged in, and we're going to get some epic energy. The mess just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. Oh my gosh. So Lissa, don't be sad about this because honestly, it means she loves the toy. Because if she makes it her goal in life to kill every toy she owns. And so now she will not rest until she has unstuffed that entire thing, which means I have a whole lot of work cut out for me because there's a whole lot of fuzz in that toy. Oh my gosh, Gracie. Are you serious right now? Gracie, chill out. Oh, you can't see her. She stopped to look. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so hello, happy Friday. I'm glad you're all here. I'm looking like a hot mess because I almost didn't live stream today. I was like, oh, I'm just so behind. I have a trillion things that I want to get done and need to do. I want to edit and get ahead of things. But I decided that I'm going to live stream first. I ended up in an in-depth life conversation with my sister-in-law, which delayed me about half an hour from being really close to working out, and then she called me and it was all over. So, you know, life happens. Life happens. Debbie says your video on the book chat was just what I was looking for. That makes me very, very happy to hear. The response has been truly incredible. I think our group, let me check, because I can do that now that I have you guys not on my computer. Let me check how big the group is right now. We have, for those of you that don't know, if you haven't watched my video yet today, I started a Facebook group for doing the, oh, look at that. It's like I planned it, but I didn't. The Made to Crave Bible study. And I don't even know if Bible study is the right word. I have to dive in and actually figure out what all of this means. But this is satisfying your deepest desire with God, not food. So I think it is the perfect integration of all of the content on my channel because I am somebody, as you guys know, who is unashamed to share her faith in Jesus Christ openly and with joy. And this takes the topic of food and weight loss and diet and merges it with my love of Jesus. And so I think it's just the perfect thing for us to do as a community. And we currently have a Facebook group. I created the Facebook group late last night and it already has 32 members of people that are interested in going through this with me. And so I think that's going to be so great. So if you haven't already seen my video that I posted today, go head over to my channel and look at that and it'll have all the information as I have it for right now. Oh, and she's back to destroying the toy. Never mind. I was just about to say, well, at least you guys will have some extra entertainment in the background, but now she's out of frame. Oh, man. Oh, man. So Thank you, Debbie, for mentioning that. Mick, I'm great. How are you today? I'm just waiting for Audrey to join us. Yeah, where is Audrey? To be fair, I did go live early. So she's probably sitting around waiting for 2 o'clock. But so please tell her that I'm live. But what was I going to say? Oh, I'm good. I'm good, except for feeling like a little hot jumbled mess, but I'm working on that. I'm working on that so hard. I actually think somebody commented on my video this morning and said for Lent, fasting procrastination, meaning like giving up procrastination. And I'm like, you know what? That is what I need to do. That is wholeheartedly the thing I need to give up is being Oh, I was just looking for my phone, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm talking to my phone, which means I do not have my phone on me because it's right there. Oh no, hi Audrey, I saw you pop on here. Sorry if it takes me a minute to get to your comments because on the phone, the comments pop up and then disappear. So I have to physically go back and pull them out to be able to see them again. So forgive me if I don't get to your comment right away. But this person said something about giving up procrastination, and I was like, this is exactly what I want to do because I am so quick to just waste a whole bunch of time on my phone, and all of a sudden half the day is gone, or I've been binge watching a new TV show on Netflix, which is total trash TV called Love is Blind. I'm addicted. It's awful. And it's just really easy to waste a whole lot of time, and I know that I would get a lot more done and be much less of a hot mess if I actually gave up procrastination. So I think that's actually going to be what I give up for Lent, which is very, very exciting. I also want to limit my my how do I state it? Like I want to say like non-diet desserts. Like meaning like an eat me guilt-free brownie, totally acceptable. An RX bar as a dessert, totally acceptable. Smart sweets, totally acceptable. Making another cake like I did for Valentine's Day, not gonna happen. You know, like real treats versus the dieted version of treats with like higher protein and things that are like good for you but still a dessert. I think I want to do something like that with the big caveat of the cruise that we're going on, or we're supposed to be going on. We're actually, the debate is up as to whether or not we're going to go or whether we should cash in on our vacation insurance because of the coronavirus outbreak. And there was actually a big coronavirus outbreak on our cruise line, which of course is like kind of freaking out. Not me, like I'm all for like, let's go, but I'm more desperate to get out of the cold than I am to avoid the coronavirus, quite frankly. But the rest of my family is kind of like, well, what do we do? Do we go? Do we stay? I don't know. So I'm literally just sitting here waiting for people to make a decision, and we leave in 2 weeks. So if we go on the cruise, which I'm pretty sure is still going to happen, but I don't know, all bets are off for the non-diet desserts while I'm on the cruise because I'm not dumb. Half the reason you go on a cruise is to enjoy the food. So that is what I plan on doing. So I think I'm going to do something like that, but really giving up the procrastination is key. Let's see. I'm only sad because watching Gracie with that obnoxious thing brought me so much joy. I'm so glad I brought that thing. Yeah. Look at that, you guys. Oh no, where's the toy's gone. That little dopey dog. Oh no, wait, here it is. Here it is. Never mind. I found it. It was right by my chair. The little dopey dog has figured out how to carry that toy. The other day I got down on the floor in my office and was like, Gracie, go get a toy. And 30 seconds later she comes barreling in with that thing. I was like, not what I meant, but okay. If you really wanted to drag that all the way from the other room, no problem. So she's having a lot of fun with that toy. I'll give up procrastination later. Lisa, hi. Yeah, procrastination is definitely my biggest issue. But anyway, the reason we are here today is to talk. I just realized I don't have any water up here, and I'm like, ooh, I need a little something. Good job, Brianna. Clearly, I was very prepared to do this live stream today. Talk about the weekly weigh-in. Unfortunately, but not unexpectedly, I gained 0.4, and that is because I've eaten like a jerk for the last 2 days, and I completely deserved it. So I got on the scale today, and I was actually like, praise Jesus, it wasn't more than that. Like, I didn't bump up into the next pound. I just gained a couple points. So I'm like, okay, I deserved that. No problem. awesome. Still not any closer to where I want to be before our trip because I ate like a jerk and I deserved it. I just had a day, again, I was just about to look at my phone for my tracker. Oh my gosh. Yesterday, I ate an obnoxious amount of points, but I ended the day with 140 grams of protein. Like, I was just, it's like I'm PMSing a week early is what it is. Because I'm not supposed to start PMSing, I think, until next week. And so, like, but something triggered me and I'm like, I need all the protein and I need all the thing. I ate cheese and I ate an Eat Me Guilt-Free bar and I had a Quest milkshake. By the way, the vanilla Quest shakes, I had never had one yet, but I had it sitting in my fridge because it was the only one I had left. I grabbed it. The Quest vanilla protein shakes taste like vanilla milkshakes. They're so good. Quest nailed the milkshakes. Quest nailed the protein shakes. They did a really great job of the taste of their protein shakes. So this morning, I actually ended up whipping one into a smoothie because I'm like, I need to get back on the Fab 4 lifestyle, but we're having Chipotle for dinner tonight. So I'm like, I need to keep my points in check. So I made not a Fab 4 smoothie, but like a Fab 3 smoothie, and I kept the fat out of it. And I ended up just, instead of like making the big whole ordeal, I took a Quest shake, put it on top of some kale and a little bit of frozen berries, added just a splash more of almond milk, threw fiber powder in there, and called it a day. That's what I did. And so it was 4 points for my smoothie, and it was great. And I was like, I might need to do this more often because the Quest shakes are really, really good. Really good. And now that I know that the vanilla ones taste like vanilla milkshakes, this opens up a whole realm of possibility, especially in the Shamrock Shake duping type area. So I had that today, but I also made 2 ingredient dough bagels the other day, which I haven't done since I left Smart Points. And they're delicious. They were absolutely delicious, but did they probably add to me having too many carbs in the morning? Yeah, probably. So I don't know. Bottom line is I ate like a jerk. I deserved my 0.4 weigh-in. I'm moving on, and I'm going to hope for the best next week because if PMS is supposed to strike next week and I reacted the way I did the last 2 days, I'm in big trouble if I don't focus my mind and be like, look, you need to get your crap together before you, because I have the absolute potential to go off the rails and I need to not do that. And it's no accident that I have to read this book next week because while we're all going to read it together, I want to read through it at least once so I can do the participants guide and actually like prepare myself to lead all of you in this book study. So I'm hoping and I'm praying, literally, I'm praying that this is something that really helps me get my act together because I'm behind from where I want to be, quite honestly, and it is very frustrating to me. And if it wasn't for this stupid data collection that I'm doing for comparing my weight and my cycle and everything, I would 110% give up the scale for Lent because the number, like I said in my video, that number can so easily affect our mentality, and it needs to not because it's about so much more than that. So I just need to make sure that I keep the so much more than that in focus while I'm still tracking my weight every day, sort of thing. Does that make sense? So yeah, that's what I've got, guys. That was last week for me. My PMS has been out of control lately. I've been PMSing earlier and longer than usual, and it's driving me crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm learning all sorts of exciting things about my body. I have to actually go back and check the date that I actually had my IUD removed to see how long it's been. But I know it takes hormones a long time to regulate themselves, especially after you have messed with them medically. And I think I'm in a good flow now, no pun intended, but it's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. What is the book again, please? Can't wait to try the protein power. Mary, which protein powder did you get? Quest protein. This is the book. The book is called, is this the right direction for you guys? I've never live streamed on my phone before. So let me know. Made to Crave by Lisa Turkhurst. If you go to my most recent video that I uploaded today, all of the information on the book club and this and that is happening. It's over there. My internet is doing much better today because Lissa and I did some troubleshooting, and it turns out it's not my internet, it is my computer. There is something not computing in my computer, and my computer is not connecting properly, and I don't know what to do about it. I am currently on my iPhone 11 Pro, which apparently is better at live streaming than my MacBook Pro is. I don't know why, but you know what? I will take the win. And even if I have to figure out how to live stream on my phone for a while, I also have something else in place. I'm considering getting a paid thing in the future. Not on your end, on my end, I'd have to pay for it. But that's supposed to deliver some high quality streams, but if something happened, something is not right in my computer. And I don't know what it is. I have no idea because it worked fine up until the last couple of weeks, right? The last couple of weeks is when we've been having the problem. And when I went to troubleshoot it, I was like, well, let me switch browsers. So I switched from Google to Safari, which is like the Apple brand of browser, right? It wouldn't even, I tried to go live, it wouldn't even recognize my Mac's webcam. I don't know. So I have this like intense program that like I have to stream through the program and then it'll pop it up on YouTube. And it works. Lissa and I tried it. It works. And the video quality I don't think was great. Based on my playback, I played it back for myself just today just to see what it looked like. And I was like, ugh, but the phone looks so much better. And that's because they upgraded the camera on the phone, which is precisely why I dropped the money to get this phone. So bottom line, not my internet, my computer. So thankfully we figured that out and I just have to adjust accordingly here. I'm curious as to how we're going to use the participants guide since it seems to be a companion to a video series. And see, that is valid and I will look into all of that further. Like that is my goal of the weekend and whatnot. But if you look at the participants guide, it looks like there's a lot of stuff that we can talk about in the group. So like I can post these questions that are in the participants guide in the group and have us have a discussion in the comment section on each of these things, you know, which is why I would really prefer if you guys are okay with it. Like I said, the two of these, like all three of the books that I have are under $10 a piece on Amazon, which is outstanding if you ask me. This is also a 60-day devotional that goes with it. And I know, and now it's on the floor, so I guess we're done with that. A lot of you have been purchasing all three, which I think is great. Under no means do you need to do that, but I really think it's great to have the participants guide. But I will get into more details as we go. I also think I might have accidentally stumbled upon the DVD stuff being available on YouTube somewhere. So we'll see. I'm going to do a whole bunch of research this weekend and Monday and Tuesday. So hopefully when Lent starts on Wednesday, we can go in gung-ho. I haven't quite figured out the order of what I want to do. Like, I don't know. I'm totally making this up. I've never run a book club before. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I do know that people are excited. I know that I have one question. Oh, I thought that was UPS man, and I got really excited. I'm supposed to get a delivery today. Oh, it's from the mailman. From a company called Flavor God. Not sponsored, not an ad. I bought this stuff by myself, but it's a bunch of spices, and they have like fun flavors like chocolate donut and cinnamon bun and ketchup flavored, and I'm so excited. I hope these are good. I really hope they're good, because if they are, they can be game-changing in cooking, and I'm really pumped to find out. If not, I wasted about $50 buying a bunch of spices that I will never use, but we'll see. So that's coming in the mail today, and I'm really excited about it. But this is my first ever book club. I've never run one. I've never even attended one, much less a virtual one. So I have no freaking idea what I'm doing. All I know is that people are excited, and then, oh, I remember what I was saying. So when you join the Facebook group for the Made to Crave study, it asks you one question. You must answer the question in order to get permitted into the group, simply because that is how I weed out people that are just clicking join to go and be trolls in different groups. So, but everybody's talking about how, oh, you know, I've had this book for a while and I've just never taken the leap and gone into it, or I did this study years ago and I would love to do it with another group of people, or this could be exactly what I need right now. A couple people have said that this must have been God putting it on my heart to do this because it's an answer to their prayers. And I'm just like, this is so cool that the way this is coming together is people actually like are needing this right now. people have prayed for something to help them with this right now, and then I come out and decide to be ballsy enough to throw up a study. Hey guys, let's do it together. I have no freaking idea what I'm doing, but why not? And it could be exactly what everybody needs, myself included, because clearly I'm riding the struggle bus a little bit right now too. So I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be informative, and I think it'll be a great way to help us control ourselves with food and to get closer to God. I'm so excited, but I have to dive in because I have no idea how it's going to work. No idea. I've never messed with that medically. I was fortunate that I never had extreme PMS symptoms. Yep, take a small victory. It's even cheaper if you do the ebooks. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. One year I did a virtual Bible study with a friend years ago, but I've never done it in a group. I was curious last week as to why the stream quality wasn't good. I thought it was my internet. No, and at first I thought it was everyone else's internet too, or not everyone else's, but like there's like one person in particular 2 weeks ago was like, I can't get a picture. I don't know what's happening. And then last week, literally everyone was like, your stream is terrible. I don't know what's happening. And it wasn't even, YouTube was not even telling me there was something wrong with my stream. So I don't know what the issue is. I have no idea. But maybe I wonder if the Genius Bar would know. Like if I go and be like, I'm having problems with my live streaming. Can you just run a diagnostic and tell me if anything comes up as a red flag? But I have no idea what happened. But apparently it's just much better now with the phone. So again, as long as you guys can get used to me continually looking away, because I have to keep reminding myself that the camera is here, not here. But yeah, so that's all I've got, really. So what would you guys like to chat about? I'm so mad that I don't have water up here. I have an empty water bottle that I have a thing tied to currently. Completely empty. That's a bummer. But yeah, so I gained 0.4. It's got to be hormonal because I was so on point for so many weeks, just feeling really, really good, and then just Wednesday I just like cracked. And I think it's just sheer emotional exhaustion. That might be a big part of it, actually, so I can get into that. This morning, I'm finally warm. I put this big old fuzzy thing on, but this morning, as I was sitting down and doing my journaling, I felt the heat leave my hands, and they were so cold. I literally had a flip out moment of like, I'm so freaking tired of being cold, like not just cold, frozen in my own house. And the problem is there's no, like, in order for me to be comfortable, I would have to have the heat turned on such a higher temperature that the heat would constantly be running, and that's just not cost effective when it's negative degrees outside. It's not negative degrees today. I think it's supposed to be a high of 18 or something. But no, today's supposed to start warming up. Over the weekend, I think we're supposed to hit 37 degrees. Whoa, heat wave. But when it's been negative temperatures for so long, a heat wave is going to be like 40 degrees is going to be amazing. And now that I think about it, I probably should go outside today just to see how it feels. But I literally like almost lost my crap because I was cold again. And you know how flies, like picture the little annoying bug, right? A fly. Have you ever watched a fly get cold? Like if it goes by a window and it gets caught in your house or something and it's a chillier temperature, have you ever noticed how that fly kind of starts to sink and it loses its ability to fly? Because apparently when they're cold, they can't fly anymore and they slowly cease to function. That is exactly how I have been feeling. And it's just day after day after day, unless I take extreme measures. Like and I told this to my husband today, I'm like, I honest to God feel like I'm dying a slow frozen death here. And it's not like, it's been beautiful outside. So I can't even badmouth like it's gloomy. Oh, I have seasonal affective disorder. I can't even blame that because it's gorgeous outside right now. It's just freaking cold. But like just the feeling of losing the heat because my nerve disease, I had like, that is one of the symptoms. It is not uncommon for CMT patients to have an extreme cold or heat intolerance, depending, every body is different. So I have an extreme cold intolerance, and last week at my big doctor's appointment with all the CMT professionals, like I said, every one of them confirmed that like It 100% is medically sound that you feel like crap right now in Minnesota. Like, it's not, you're not broken. Your disease is not progressing. This is how it happens for some CMT patients. You are normal. It is okay. Once the world thaws back out again, you will return back to normal, which was so wonderful to hear. But I'm like, I feel so terrible that I almost lost my crap about it this morning, because I'm just like, I just don't want to be cold in my house anymore. So all of that to say, I would not be at all surprised if day after day after day after day after day, like, I've just kind of snapped and made to crave. Emotional eating started happening simply because I didn't know what else to do to comfort myself. Because unless I can live my day curled up on the recliner underneath my heated blanket in all of my warm pajamas and sweats and everything, I'm cold. And that's the reality. So for me, I can either be frozen and do things, anything, hang out in my office and do work, anything, be frozen, or literally do nothing and sit and be warm. Those are my two options, and there is no in between, which sucks. So I think that might have been kind of like, if the end of my rope was this morning, me verbalizing out loud how tired I am of this, 2 days ago must have been like the start of that. So I don't know. I'm a little bummed that the live on Tuesday was interrupted because I was so distracted by the issues I never got to get into the mini discussion on being a moderator or an abstainer. And I've been thinking about that constantly. Well, what are you, a moderator or an abstainer? I'm sick and tired of waiting the 8 weeks to get to WW Lifetime. One weigh-in day I gain a pound, the next I lose a pound, and it's making me crazy. I cannot even imagine. I don't remember in vivid detail, but I remember, like, working so hard, like the day before my final weigh-in for Lifetime. Like, I made sure I didn't do anything stupid. I made sure that I cut myself off from eating early so all my food could be digested, because like that one weigh-in is the one that gets you Lifetime. So I used to be that person that dictated what I did the night before weigh-in to get the better weigh-in. And I don't advocate for that anymore. That is the one weigh-in that I will advocate for, because if you know that that's your Lifetime weigh-in, you get that Lifetime just so you're done. Just so you're done, you know, because then you're officially done. And then it's awesome. Yeah, that's everything that's on my mind right now. Although weirdly, I'm not cold right now. So it must be all of the moving I'm doing. Truly. I don't know. Or I didn't leave the fireplace on. I don't know. I'm definitely more of an abstainer, especially since I stopped thinking about it being so extreme. Yeah, most of the time I'm an abstainer too, and maybe this past week was a result, you guys, it was totally my own fault that I gained this week. Totally, because last week was Valentine's Day, wasn't it? What's today's date? The 21st, yeah. Last week was Valentine's Day, so last Friday is when I made that cake, and it was delicious, and it was 7 points a piece with the real frosting, and I tracked it every day, but I also ate it every day. So it's my own freaking fault. I have no one to blame but myself, which I already admitted to you guys because I ate like a jerk yesterday. But like, I really if that cake had not arrived and I had not actually made it for myself, sorry, my hands are dry, so I'm using some lotion. Would things have turned out a little bit better? Probably. That's frustrating to admit. Wow. I'm having a day, you guys. This is just like full-on confessional mode of all of you guys are like my therapy. You get to just listen to me talk about all of my problems for a while. I'm definitely going to gain it weigh in tomorrow, but I had a fun week. You know what, Audrey? If it was worth it, then great. No problem. You can get back on track next week. Or today, although you said you have plans this weekend. I mean, make good decisions when you can, but live your life too. Live your life and enjoy things. So, 100% worth it. Great. That's awesome. I'm glad. Yeah, man, guys, that's all I've got. So, if you have any topics that you would like to, that whole thing you mentioned recently about having a single buntlet once in a while versus having a little sweet treat every day. I know, you're right, Lissa. You're right. You're 100% right. And I need to take my own advice, and I need to do that. Which is why I think for Lent, I'm doing the real sugar desserts. I did just buy Trader Joe's cocoa meringues, which is straight sugar and egg whites, but 3 of them, 3 big old stupid cookies, is only 2 points plus. So I'm like, those, and they're so sweet that like I can't binge those. Like the serving of 3 is more than enough. But I think I'm going to avoid, to the best of my ability, I'm going to just avoid all of the dessert. I might even start like now, truthfully, instead of waiting until Ash Wednesday, because I don't have any reason to eat the stuff that's not a diet dessert. And by diet, I don't even mean like, oh, look, I made a 0-point cheesecake. No, I flat out mean like if it doesn't have protein or fiber or something in it, it doesn't count and I can't eat it. I've been a goal weight for no, wait, come back, comment. I've been a goal weight for 11 years. I still have to watch what I eat if I want to stay low. It's doable. Oh, yeah. That's actually what got me thinking about what being an abstainer was, because it's easy to think it means avoiding sweets 100% of the time. Yeah, no, I need to get on that bandwagon and just be like, and like the leading up to the cruise, that'll be perfect because it'll give me a solid 2 weeks of not having those things, which might condition me to not crave them as much. Fun fact, my husband actually said I brought home the new RX bar flavors yesterday, and I told him about them. Like, I don't know if I should tell you because you might steal them all, but I bought these today, and these are the flavors. And he goes, you know what? As of late, they've been too sweet for me to consider a protein bar. And I was like, well, that's interesting, dear. That's very interesting. So I'm hoping that maybe if I do this real dessert flush for 2 weeks, when I get to the cruise, I'll be able to enjoy my dessert and then be like, and that's enough. 1 a day is plenty at dinner. Thank you very much. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I think that's what I'm going to do. And Lissa, I need you to regularly remind me of the advice that I give you guys, because that is very, very valid. And this week showed that having the cake every day set me up to fail. And that between that and the emotional problems I am having with winter right now, that's probably what sent me into a spiral the last 2 days. And it needs to stop, because I had regularly had losses for a handful of weeks until this week. So yeah, between that and then just the good old lack of desire to work out. Because again, I either have the option of moving and being cold or going outside into the cold, or not doing anything and being warm. And so I've been terrible at movement. You know what I did today, you guys? You know what I did? I want to tell you about this. I'm so glad I remembered. So on the iTrack Bites app, there's all sorts of different options. Like, how do you want to spend your weekly points? How do you want to spend your dailies? Or your activity points? Do you want those to be used before your weeklies, or do you want to use your weeklies first? I turned off activity points. Flat out, turn them off. Do not redeem activity points, which means if I go into the negative of weeklies, I will not have activity points to back me up. Thankfully, they will still track my activity that I've earned, so I can still see that number, but I will go into the negative. And it will tell me how many points negative I am if I use up all of my weeklies. And I think avoiding that number going into the negative is going to be an extra little switch of motivation that I need to keep me on track. And because I'm not working out hard enough currently to make fit points, to validate redeeming fit points for food at all. So I can't be like, oh, but I earned 30 fit points this week, which means if I do decide to eat this extra thing, no, my body probably did not earn 30 actual fit points worth of movement. I did not burn because I'm in hibernation mode, apparently. So I turned them off. I said, you know what? I'm not redeeming fit points from now until further notice. So just got a text message from my husband that says, come to my office and sit by the window. Apparently, because I was complaining about my death by cold. And he goes, I don't relate because I have all the windows and it is hot in my office. And I was like, man, I would kill for it to be hot in my office. And instead I'm home freezing. So that's funny. But yeah, so I did that. So between all of this made to crave thing and the giving up the sugar and giving up the procrastination and not Activity points. That's what it is. Sorry, I totally got distracted by the fact that I feel like my voice sounds really nasally. And that's usually not a good sign for me. And I have a vocal audition on Sunday. So I'm like, oh, what is happening here? Can you guys tell too? Do I sound different to you today? Because I'm noticing it in my head. And I'm like, oh crap, that can't be a good sign, can it? My mind is going a mile a minute, you guys. A mile a minute. Oh, my lordy, lordy. Jesus, take the wheel. I have to start focusing and get into a healthy BMI. It's been years since I was in a healthy BMI. Start focusing, Audrey. You were doing really well for a while, weren't you? And I understand having an off week or having a fantastic, totally worth it week. But get back on track. I find that I need to set parameters as to when I'm allowed to have a real dessert and when I'm not. It helps a lot. Yep, you're right. You're right. And maybe at this point in my life, because I also am a person like, you can have a sweet thing every day. Like that's not a problem. And I like to preach that. I like to preach the not deprivation mindset. But, and what'll happen, here's what'll happen, because the internet is the internet. I'll say something like, oh, I have to back off on the sweets and only have 1 or 2 a week or whatever. I'll get, but you said blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what, Pam? No offense if anybody's actually named Pam in here. But Pam is like the name that Rachel Hollis uses for like that person who wants to be the negative Nelly, you know? So guess what, Pam? In different seasons of life, you need to adjust and do different things. And apparently right now, what I need is to back off. And that's okay. It's okay. It doesn't make that what I've said before wrong or inaccurate, or it doesn't mean that it won't work for some people. But for me right now, I need to pull in the reins just a little bit and see if that helps me get back on track and into the direction I need to go until spring. Because the biggest issue for me is spring. Like once I can go outside and walk again, like I desperately, I wish I didn't have such an adverse reaction to cold, because I desperately want to go outside and walk every day that the sun is shining. Every day, because I'm like, it would be extra steps. It would get me out in nature, get me fresh oxygen. I'd feel the sun on my face and it would be glorious. And I just can't because of the cold. And so the second I can do that, I think it will be game changing, because it'll be like, oh, you want to have your cake or whatever? Okay, you can have your cake, but at least go for a half an hour walk first, just to, mentally even it out and everything, and make me, I don't like to say earn it, but I do reward myself with like anything like, oh, you want to eat the RX bar? Okay, get all of your chores done and you can have the stupid RX bar, I bargain with myself a lot. That's how I do things. I'm very rewards driven, and so that works for me. Oh. I'm actually sweating sitting in Starbucks. Well, aren't you lucky? Like I said, right now I'm actually doing really well. I don't know why, but I'll take the win currently. I was, but problems with certain people set me back. You can do it, Audrey. You can do it. Don't listen to those certain people. I don't actually notice a difference. You sound the same as always. Okay, that's good. My rule is I only eat a dessert, not a protein bar, if I'm enjoying dessert with someone else. Interesting. What did you think of the raspberry chocolate one? I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was very, very good. 5 points plus 8 smart points. Very good. I was told by an Instagram follower that the vanilla almond one tastes like birthday cake. I almost ate this one, but honestly, the only reason I ate this one is because it saved me a point, and because I'm having Chipotle for dinner tonight. So I was like, well, let's adjust and make a couple of good decisions here, Brianna. So things that I've done today for the sake of my tracking. And I can't double check the accuracy because my phone is in use. But I pre-tracked what I'm going to order for Chipotle tonight. By the way, my friends, there's no evidence of vanilla almond existing online. I found it at Trader Joe's. I was like, I'm sorry, what is this baby blue package? And I like, the Trader Joe's worker heard me audibly gasp at the, oh, yes! Like, that's what I did when I saw them, because I went to Whole Foods to find these, and they were not at Whole Foods. So the fact that I saw them at Trader Joe's, I literally was audibly excited, and she goes, oh, I can't tell, we can't keep those in stock. And I was like, I didn't even know they were here. She goes, well, don't tell anybody because then you'll know where to get them. I had no idea this flavor existed until I saw it yesterday. So I bought it. What was I going to say? So I pre-tracked my Chipotle, which, side note, apparently in the United States, today there is some like hockey themed thing happening at Chipotle where if you go and you wear your favorite hockey jersey, you get BOGO on your meals. Buy one, get one free. So I told my husband that yesterday, and I was like, so Chipotle for dinner? Because we own only one type of jersey in this house, and I even own a cute like female version of a hockey jersey. So we are having Chipotle for dinner simply because we can get one of our meals for free today. But I pre-tracked all of my Chipotle. I pre-tracked my breakfast, which was the shake that I made up out of the Quest shake, and then my everything, or my 2-ingredient dough bagel. And it left me with like 4 points for lunch or something. And so I switched back to calories. I'm like, let me see where I'm at. And my total for the day, like including a piece of cheese or something, was 800 calories. And I was like, well, this is dumb because I need to get to at least 1,200 or 1,300 calories minimum in order for it to be a solid day. So I wiped the points for my avocado like I normally do. I've been on and off about that. I've been trying to track super honestly lately. So I've been tracking my avocado. But I was like, you know what? Apparently I need those 120 calories today. So I wiped those for the avocado. And yeah, I'm trying to balance the calories versus the points thing. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. I'm getting Chipotle tonight too for that reason. Hi, Cassie. And yay! Yeah, totally going and getting myself some free. And Eric's like, so can you go and just pick it up? I'm like, I think so. Like, the person I'm getting free Chipotle for doesn't have to be there with me, right? If I just wear my hockey jersey, I can get 2 things for the price of 1, right? I don't need a date, I'm assuming. Maybe I'll do Chipotle tonight. I need to pick something up since I'm not going home till late. Use my fit points because I'm eating real dessert tonight. Yay. What is Chipotle? Oh, you poor Irish people that don't have Chipotle. Chipotle is a build-your-own burrito place. It's Mexican food. And a lot of people get like big old burritos. I get a burrito bowl, or as of late, I've been getting the salads. And as long as they put the beans on it, I don't need the rice. And it actually has been working really well. So then you go down the line, Audrey, and you get to get like, do you want brown rice or white rice? Okay. Do you want pinto beans or black beans? Okay. Do you want chicken or steak or carnitas or pork or I don't even know. So you get like your beans, your rice, your meat, and then you get all the toppings and everything. And it is a crap ton of food for a decent price. And I feel like everybody in America loves Chipotle. Like Chipotle is a thing. It is a thing. Build your own. Yeah, it's build your own. And it is delicious. You can have build your own salads, build your own burrito bowls if you don't want the tortilla wrap, or build your own burrito. They're looking into adding cauliflower rice soon. No! That would be the greatest day ever. Ever. If they did cauliflower rice. Oh my gosh, I would go there so much more if they did cauliflower rice. That eliminates like 6 points from the bowl. Their chips and guac are dangerously amazing. I don't love the chips because I'm not a huge fan of the lime flavor. And however, I've been ordering guac lately, and I already decided, I'm like, I'm not going to order guac because I have all of those cups, all of the avocado cups in my refrigerator. I'm like, I can have a measured out portion of avocado that is less, and they won't charge me for it because I won't be asking for guacamole and still have guacamole on my burrito tonight, or my burrito bowl tonight. So, yeah. So anyway, if you're in America and you have a hockey jersey, go get Chipotle today because free Chipotle, yeah! It's very, very exciting stuff. Let me see if I've missed anything. I don't think so. Yeah. All right, friends. Any last thoughts? Any last questions or conversation topics before I go on my merry way? I'm trying to write a blog post, a Friday 5 blog post that I should, post on a Friday since it's Friday 5. So I got to finish that. I have officially given up on going to the gym. Oh, you guys. I tell you, I've given up. It's okay. It's fine. I'm not too sad as long as I get all my steps in and I have 5,400 to go. So, but I have enough chores to do that could very well happen quite easily. So, Anything else that we want to address before we leave for the week? For those of you that have just come in and have no idea why I'm rambling on about random things of life, my weigh-in this week was up 0.4, and I totally deserved it. Next week will be better, hopefully. Hopefully. Maybe I should get some writing done too. I was excited to see someone use my blog to get to your channel. Oh, wow, really? That's awesome. That makes me happy. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I need to get some writing done. One of these days, like, I desperately want to go to a coffee house and just sit and blog for a while, and I just don't make the time. It's not that I don't have the time. And admitting this is the first step to the problem. Me and my time management issues. I have just as much time as everybody else has in the day. We all get 24 hours in the day. I don't prioritize the time to pack myself up, go to a coffee house, sit and write for a couple of hours, and then come back. I don't make that time, and I would like to make that change in the very, very near future, because doing that makes me happy. And I just haven't done it. And I have a goal this month of posting 5 blog posts. I have 1 blog post for the month published, and I have 8 days to publish 4 more. So there we go. All right, my friends, I'm going to stop talking because while you guys apparently can't hear a difference in my voice, I feel it, and I need to go do something about it and, like, get water or something, because your girl has an audition on Sunday. If you think of me on Sunday, please say a little prayer for me. I am doing a live audition for a worship team, and if I get on this worship team, it means that Eric and I have found our new church home, which means we can finally get involved in small groups, get involved. I'll be on a team, which means Eric will be able to go get on a team, which means we will have families within the church, because my team in my last church became my family. And it truly means that we will have the opportunity to actually feel established. And it's all riding on this audition on Sunday, because I have to be in a church where I can sing. So, Gracie in the rocket ship. And just for good measure, before we go, gosh, Lissa, when she does this 500 more times before that thing runs out of fuzz, I will think of you and maybe even send you a few pictures as I'm cursing the fact that I am picking up fuzz yet again. And Eric will be like, why don't you just take it away? But she gets so much joy out of unstuffing these things that I can't take it away from her. It's her one source of joy in this world, is destroying things. All right, so thank you guys all for your well wishes and everything. So if you think of me on Sunday, say an extra prayer. And on that note, I will see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Check out that video if you want. And by that video, I mean the one that looks like me holding up this book, because, sorry, I would help clean it up. It's no big deal. It's fine. I just knew once I looked at it and she was playing with it, I was like, oh, we're in big trouble when she busts this guy open, and she's finally done it. So check out my video about Made to Crave. Join the Facebook group. We're going to have a whole lot of fun, and that starts on Wednesday. Hello, Jen. You are joining me just in time for me to sign off, unfortunately. So you'll have to watch the replay to see my whole spiel on life and everything. But thank you guys for hanging out, and I will talk to you later.